Hi guys, this video is on the fault on the Gallagher S100 and pretty much any of the S series with this dial that no one seems to be talking about. As you can see, I've got it plugged in here onto the battery and I'm getting no battery, and obviously it's just not working at all. Research I've done, everyone is checking out the circuit board, the transformer. Now people are saying that the transformer needs to be replaced or the circuit board. Now there's a magnet that operates in here in this power switch that's underneath this insert, and that gets water ingress and that corrodes. Before you start to test this and test that, simply get yourself a magnet. I've tried it in this. Plug it into your battery, hold it on the off button, click it over to the battery, and you'll see the battery comes on. Click it onto 1 and it works fine. Click it onto 2 position and it works fine. Okay guys, I'm using a size 7 drill bit for this. When you drill this out, you just have to be very slow, very gentle, and center it. Drill it out into the middle of that and keep on drilling until basically you hit the top of the square head screw. Then you'll need the square head screw, square head screw bit to get that out. Like I said, I replace these here with just a Phillips head. It makes, because I don't want to have to go and send my unit away to Gallagher, which is what they expect for you to fix this problem. The postage would be ridiculous. You could probably ring them and they might send you those components, but this is something that can be done yourself so easily. So let's get to it. So there you can see the square head in there. Okay, so the square head bit is a CRSV S2. I can actually get this with this little. So as you can see here, these are meant to go in and not be removed, which I find is just ridiculous. So to get that out, simply just get your screwdriver in there. There's the square head screw with the next one, obviously. We're not going to put that back in. So when I remove this, you'll be able to see the magnet. So I've got no idea how many people are sending their units away to get this job done, but that's pretty much it. That comes out, and that there, that's a little part of the magnet, and then the magnet is in there. Let's have a look. Fully rusted out, fully corroded. So that is just, that there is going to lose magnetism. I'll keep on working at that and come back. Okay guys, I've got that magnet out. That's it. So that there is the what happens to the magnet inside there. Now this is what Gallagher sent me. Now, I don't think these are going to last too long, but you can get these if you don't want to do the hassle around and all that sort of stuff, which I definitely don't want to do. In this instance that I did do it. That is what the magnet should look like. So from that, where it's broken apart and just absolutely corroded, to like that's the one that it should be. See if you can get a good close-up of that. There, again, that's what it is. Rubbish. That's all I can say. So let's go through the process of fixing this and putting it back together. All right, so I'm not going to use one of these brand new ones because I figure, you know what? I'm going to scan that and I'm going to 3D print them. 3D scan it, 3D print it, both these components. I might even modify this one within the printing software to remove these lugs here to stop it so it's removable, so it's not removable. So I'll leave that and we'll start the process of putting this in. What I do is I put a bit of Lanox in there so the next magnet that goes in doesn't rust out, or at least as quick. I'll drill a little hole in that so I can put one of my pan head screws in there and screw it, and I'll fill that with a bit of hot glue to stop water ingress. It'll get in there anyway because it's going to get in around the sides. Obviously that's what's happened. And then when I want to do this job again, I can simply, as soon as it stops powering off, that's the first thing I'll check, is if a magnet can switch it on. And if a magnet can switch it on, then we know that that's the problem once again, which I would make a safe assumption that that's what it's going to be. All right guys, I'm using a size 2.5 millimeter drill bit to drill a hole into the center there, but only like 1 mil deep, just enough so I can use one of these pan heads to screw it in. I'll fill it with glue when I install it so water doesn't get in, but to screw that in, and then I can easily remove it. As you can see, I've sanded off the lugs. I'll push that in. Like I said, I'll put some Lanox in there just to repel the water. Okay, so I've drilled a little hole in there. I can't see any light through there, so that should be fine. The other one I accidentally drilled through, so I just put a bit of hot glue in there to seal it up. So then I'll grab one of my pan head screws and just till it bites, and then that'll allow me to put it in and take it out. So pan head screw, put it in, take it out. Still pretty tight. I can probably take a little bit more, sand a little bit more off there, but you get the picture. Okay, so let's get the magnet in there. It's can be a little tricky. What we'll do is, before we do anything like that, we'll spray a bit of inox into it. Okay, so now we want to get this sitting the right way, which it's not. So it's a little bit difficult, but okay, so that's sitting in there right now. As you can see, it's probably a little bit hard. And then I'll just squash that in using a piece of plastic. In this case, I've just used a wall plug, plastic wall plug. And what we're going to do is we're going to test it. So we'll put it into that, put it onto the energizer, like so. And you can see now we've got the green light because we've got a magnet that actually works. We've got that charging, throwing off a shock. Perfect. So there you go. I'll finish putting this together. Here's my one that I've got to put in. I'm going to spray inox, and then what I've got to do is get my next pan head screw, which is a Phillips head this time because I'm not putting a silly irremovable what's the name on. And actually the way I've got to do this is I've actually got to put my plastic insert there. And there we are. Screw that in. I'm going to screw it in. Till it feels. So that's just too tight. I can't move that. So back it off. Feels good. Try it again. Yep. So we're good. Now we just put our insert in. We've put a bit of our Lanox on, and there we have it. So then put the insert in, which keeps the magnet in place. Then if we ever want to pull it out, we can. One last time to try. Yep. There you go, guys.